Okay, so the first pin for today's lesson is this one. Right here. You can write your answer down and I'm gonna move on in about 20 seconds. Okay. Okay, for the second one, this pin right here. Okay. All right, for the third one, it's a bit weird. Okay, I'll show you maybe here. Just give me a second. I'll isolate everything, but just to give you where it is exactly. Sorry, just give me a second. Okay, here, go this way. It's probably hard to view. Yes, it's this one right here. Okay, but let me isolate the skull and then I'll point at it just so that you can get a good. So here, it's this pin right here. Okay, and if we want to isolate this one, maybe the pin points at, okay, in this region points at here. It's not the clavus, okay? It's part of the clavus. It's not the clavus. Okay, it's not the clavus. That's a hint. That's right. It's around here and it's in your pins. It's not the clavus. Okay. All right, for the fourth one, the fourth pin, I need you to name this part. This pin right here. And basically, there are two of them. Okay. That's the fourth point. Okay. Moving forward for the fifth point, this pin right here. Here, this one. It's on the mandible. I need the specific part right here. It's not the angle. It's not the angle. Okay. It's not the angle. Maybe it's on the angle, but it's this part. Here. Okay, moving on. If you don't know, it's okay. We're gonna memorize them either way. Okay, okay, sixth point. It's gonna be hard. Just give me a second. So I'll give the connective tissues out there. I'll hide the others here. So for I need, so that's the intervertebral disc. I need this. What's the name of this? Not the middle one, but the one to the edge, surrounding it, okay? Right here. All right, moving on. For the 7th point, I'll hide the connective tissue. I need this one here. This part. Just give me a second. Here, this one. This pin. Okay. That's the 7th point. 8th point, number 8, is this part here. Pin is pointing at. That's number 8. Okay. 5 more seconds. Okay. Number 9. This pin right here. It's number 9. Number 9. Okay. Number 10. Just give me a second. Number 10. Okay, for number 10. Okay, let me get it this way. Maybe I'll make it harder for you guys. Okay. Who can volunteer? What's this bone?
Sphenoid.
Okay, good. In there. I need this pin. So it's I'm not going to say anything here. There are 2 of them. Okay. That's for number 10. Okay. That's number 10.
Can you show it once again?
Here. It's the sphenoid bone. And if you look at it, that's the okay. Moving on. Yeah, that one is kind of, let me just give me a second. Let's try here, maybe. Yeah. Okay, so the pin is not very clear, maybe, but here it's pointing at this place. Let me isolate this bone. Just give me a second. There. So that's the bone, okay. And you have 2 holes here. We're pointing at the anterior one. Maybe you can recognize what bone this is, and the pin is pointing at something that has the name of the bone in it as well. Okay. Deal. I'll just move out again to just show you, but maybe let's just use the skull alone. Okay. Remove the pins. Here, this one. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, 2 more seconds. Ah, this one. Yeah. Again, we go back here. We hide the others. And then we look at, and I need you to name here. This one. Okay. That's number 12. Number 13. We're on 13, yes?
Mhm.
Okay. 13. Just give me a second. Yes, here. Number 13. So there's a pin. Let me just hide this. Here. So this pin is pointing at this region. Let me hide all of them. And I need you, so the mandible articulates in this region. I need you to name this region basically. What is it called? Okay. Okay, and the hint, it's part of the temporomandibular joint. Okay. Temporomandibular joint. It's part of the temporomandibular joint. Okay, we're done. Move on. This one is annoying. Maybe I hope. It's good that we revise this one specifically. Let me just do this. Okay, wait, let me remember where it was. Yes. It's actually an annoying one. Here. Okay, that's the sphenoid bone. And let's see, we get the surfaces out. And I need you to name for me here. How can I? Okay, I'm just gonna point at it here. It's in your pins. Okay, it's in your pins. Okay. And in the same region, but it's a different one. Maybe it's not labeled here by the surfaces, but here it's, so the previous one was this region, okay? And then the next one, the next pin is just right here. It's also in your pins. Okay, maybe I can show you the pin, can help you. Yeah, here, see? So the previous one was this one. The second one is this one here. Okay, right here. And I've chosen very annoying ones because we usually study the most apparent things and we forget about those. And when they come, we're like surprised. Okay. The next one, which is probably now number 15. Okay, number 15. Ah, okay, this one is okay. Just a hint. The next pin is what is probably and it's well known by all doctors that it's the
Isn't
heart.
the next pin number 16?
Sorry,
Or is it 15? The next number, or the next pin?
I think those I think it's number 15. So
Okay.
what we're doing right now is number 15.
But 15 was another surface, another area of sphenoid bone.
Yes. Okay, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, good. Yes. You guys are right. All right.
So it's 16.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. So the next point. Sorry. The next point is the hardest. It's the most annoying actually for every anatomy student. And let me show you. Here. That's the pin. Okay, let me just hide them. Here, this one. Okay. Don't write me the entrance to the thing, just write the whole thing. What is it called? Like that space. Okay, you enter from there, you enter a space. What's the space called? Okay. That's the entrance. And then when I go through this entrance, what's the space called? Okay. I swear like first time I've ever started studying for this space was the most annoying thing for me. But once I got it, it was okay. Okay. The next one, are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay. The next one, let's get the skull out. Hide the others. Okay, maybe the mandible. Hide the others. And then the next one, I need two things here. It's the surfaces out. Here. So, how can I say this? Okay, so it's behind the last molar. It's a space behind the last molar. So it's in your pins. If you know it, good. If not, it's okay, we'll learn it. It's this region. It's not labeled by the surfaces, but
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
sorry, it's my prayer call. Okay, so it's this region. It's a space behind the last molar. And yeah, it's in your pins. Okay, and the last one, it's this surface here. It's also in your pins. Okay. To get a pin out, let's see. It's okay, never mind. But it's this colored one right here. Okay. All right. So are we ready? Can we check them?
Yes.
Okay. Deal. Okay, here. And like, just so that you know, like all of those are from the skull and they're very weird. Okay. Not all of them. The majority of the things that I chose were annoying. Okay, so first one was this. This is the suture between the sphenoid bone and the parietal bone. So it's called sphenoparietal suture. So that's the first pin. Okay? Sphenoparietal suture. Okay. The second one is between the sphenoid bone and the temporal bone. And this part of the temporal bone is called the squamous of the temporal bone. So the suture is called the sphenosquamous suture. Okay?
I have one question about that.
Yes, ask me.
What is actually a squamous part of the temple?
So the temporal
Do I
bone,
know if
yes, the temporal bone is made up of petrous part and squamous part. Let me show you, maybe I can share with you. Just let me find it and I will share my screen. I can show you on so squamous part of temporal right here. Just give me a second. I'll share it. It's loading. Okay, so let me share it with you. Right there. So here, do you see my screen?
yes.
Okay, so that's the squamous part of the temporal bone. Okay. So if you look at it through so if you just take a snapshot in your head of this, I'll just switch my screen and I'll show you. When we go here, that snapshot is this here. Okay, so now if I isolate this, boom. So you see that's a temporal bone. Okay. And if I say surfaces, I hope it shows us. Okay, that's the fossa, but let me see parts. Yes, here. See, squamous parts of temporal bone. Okay. So when you name the spin,
Yeah.
you have to say sphenosquamous suture. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Next one. This was the annoying one. Yes. Can I? Here. Just give me a second. Isolate. So here, this is the occipital bone, okay? And we know this is the clevus, and like all students would, if the pin is pointed there, they would write clevus. But also there's a part here, I don't know if you can label it or something. There we go. That's the pharyngeal tubercle, okay? If he points at this region in the exam, you can write clevus in bracket pharyngeal tubercle. See what I mean? Okay. That's number 3. Number 4. Number 4. Okay, right here. We took this pin, okay, and surfaces. It's the mental tubercle. The mental tubercle. Number 4. Okay. Okay. Next one is this. It has the angle of mandible. However, in your pins, there is a region here on the angle of mandible that is called the massteric tuberosity. The massteric tuberosity. Okay. These
And if
regions.
you write down
Yeah.
angle of what do you think the professor or
He like usually they are not just give me a second. Do you hear me now or no? Hello?
yes?
Okay. So in the exam, so if you type or write angle of mandible, you're right. But to be clever, and to avoid anything, because these regions overlap. Angle of mandible, comma, we can write massteric tuberosity. Okay? Okay. Next one. We have, yes, this one is right here, right here. Yes, hide others. We chose this part, and of course we know it's the anulus fibrosus. Okay, anulus fibrosus. Okay, the next one is the connective tissue. Oh, go back. There we go. Can't get it back for some reason. Yes, here. That's there. Okay. So tissues. Now the next one is, yes, here. Right here, that's the anterior nasal spine. The anterior nasal spine. And one after is this squamous part of the frontal bone. Squamous part of the frontal bone. Here, that's the one after it. Squamous part of the occipital bone. Squamous part of the occipital bone. The one after, it's part of the sphenoid. We said we want this. And this is the foramen rotundum. Okay? Foramen rotundum. Foramen rotundum. Then we had a very deep foramen. Give me a second, just give me a second. Here we take the skull, we isolate it. And it was here, let's hide the pins. Here, this one was the greater palatine foramen. The greater palatine foramen. Greater palatine foramen. Okay. Yes. The one after, again, we go back to the Batman bone. The Batman bone here. We said this one, spinous foramen, or foramen spinosum. Foramen
Is the
spinosum.
one over or like next to the spinous foramen? Is it the oval
Yes.
foramen?
Yes. Exactly. It's spinous foramen. Then we go back to the mandible. Let me know if I miss any of the points. Maybe we didn't maybe we followed the wrong order or something at some point, but let's see.
Oh, we're all right.
Okay. Here. Wait, where is it? Ah, yes, not here, sorry. We're here. I hid this. I hid this. No. Hide. And then I told you guys I need this space. This is the mandibular fossa. Okay? The mandibular fossa. And it's the space where the forgot the process of the mandible, if you guys can tell me. The mandible, this process of the mandible articulates with the mandibular fossa to make the temporomandibular joint. Okay? Mandibular fossa. Then we have, yes, this one. Yes.
Is it the condylar process?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, here we have, yes, this fossa here. I hope it's labeled. There we go. Pterygoid fossa. This is the pterygoid fossa. And do not please confuse this with the pterygopalatine fossa, which is another pin in your list. You have the pterygoid fossa, which is part of the sphenoid bone, and then you have the pterygopalatine fossa. Okay, which we know it's the most annoying space, or like, for me, in my opinion, the most annoying point in your oral. This is the pterygoid fossa. Okay, now the one after it, which is in the similar region, I don't know if it's labeled. Maybe it's this. There we go. Scaphoid fossa, and this is part of your pins. It's part of your pins list. Scaphoid fossa, pterygoid fossa, pterygoid fossa, scaphoid fossa. Okay.
One question about that. I couldn't found it in the internet, but next to the pterygoid fossa, there's actually, I don't know the name, lateral and medial plate or lamina?
Like, you mean these ones?
Yes, but is the like the medial one, or
Yep.
how, which is what?
Let's see. Because I also need, there we go. So you have the medial pterygoid plate, and then you have the lateral pterygoid plate.
Okay, so I was right. Okay, yeah, I thought it would be like that, but I wasn't sure.
Also, just give me a second. Maybe, yes, the humerus. Also, this is part. Once in the past, I've taught students, and there was an annoying point. Let me
Yeah, it's
remember.
in the list too, I guess.
Yes. Okay, good. But remember, scaphoid and pterygoid. Okay, do not confuse the pterygoid fossa with the pterygopalatine. Okay. Okay. Are we good to move on?
Yes.
Okay. Now we have here. It's in your pins. So the last teeth falls here, and then there's a fossa called retromolar fossa. The retromolar fossa. It's labeled here, and I don't know why it's not got, but it's in your pins. When I searched it online, it was just behind the last molar. It's called the retromolar fossa. Let me see. Yes, it doesn't. Yes, okay. So it's not labeled, but it's behind the last molar here. It's called the retromolar fossa. Okay, and then finally, you have this surface, which is the sublingual fossa. The sublingual fossa. Okay.
Sorry, but we skipped the 16th.
Which
It was like number 16 before the retromolar fossa.
Yes, that one. It was the pterygopalatine. I think we're talking about it. Made me forget, but it was here. Hide this one. Just give me a second. Here, this one right here. Let me hide this. Hide this one. Here, pterygomaxillary fissure. Entry towards the pterygopalatine fossa. Okay, that's what I wanted you guys to know. This is the pterygopalatine fossa. The other one is the pterygoid.